Yo, what up, it's your boy DJ Sterling, and today I'm going to give you 3 great tips on how to keep your DJ equipment clean. The equipment that we buy is really expensive, so it's really important to protect those investments. The first option I'm going to show you is a flight case. This here is a flight case by Harmony. This case is for the Denon Prime 4. Pros and cons. This is the best way to protect your DJ equipment. This is a very tough case. It's high quality, a lot of parts are metal, there's foam padding inside. I'm going to show you all around this. Some of the drawbacks are this case is extremely heavy and it's very expensive. In fact, for this particular case, for the Denon Prime 4, this costs $250 plus tax and shipping and handling. So some of the good features here, like I said, this is very heavy duty. You've got nice sturdy handles that are spring loaded. They retract by themselves. These clamps here are great. You turn them like that to seal them. Really good clamps. And to undo it, you just flip this up, turn it, pull it down like so. Like I said, this is a great case. It's padded on the inside, and I'll show you something special about this one. When you open this Harmony case, I use it like a coffin for this controller. I keep it in here permanently. My Denon Prime 4 stays at my home studio. It never leaves. I'll show you what the inside looks like. So if you've seen some of my videos before, then you've seen this setup. I actually have a stool back here for me to sit on, have a power supply in the lower right hand corner, and then I have this like tabletop bench type of surface, which I can give you a link to if you guys want to check it out and maybe purchase one. It's got adjustable height. You see these different knobs here along the legs. You can raise it as high as you want or as low as you want. It's a sturdy workbench and it's perfect to support the weight of this Harmony flight case plus the weight of the controller itself. And that extra feature of this controller that I really love is this tabletop here, which can slide back and forth. So when it's in storage mode, you put the lid on top of it. It's just that extra piece of material that could potentially protect the top of the unit. And then this tabletop surface can slide all the way back to allow the Denon Prime 4 touchscreen, the 7-inch touchscreen, to come forward, where then you can pull the cover off and then go to use it. And then this tabletop, some of you guys I know still like to connect a laptop and use Serato and different music management software, a MIDI controller, or maybe some sort of lighting or video surface. You can set it on that tabletop, route the cables to right behind the unit back here, where there's actually this tray, and you can see I've got like that blue USB cable hooked up. I've got a power cable on the far right, and I've got 2 XLR output audio cables also hooked up. You have ample room to keep this controller in the box. You can sort of do what I do if you want and use the bottom as like a half shell to hold the unit on top of something else and still keep it fairly protected. So I'm going to replace the screen cover here, which is great for protection. I'm going to put it back closed. And then lastly, there's one other good feature I love about this Harmony case, and that's when you go to put in your headphones here, maybe you don't have a 90-degree headphone connector and you need extra space to get a straight headphone cable in there. And what you can do is take this whole piece right here and simply lift it out of the way. And now you have direct access to all of these pieces here, the headphones, some of the other settings for the different channels, and then your, looks like the crossfader settings here. So this whole piece can come out here if you want to use this flight case to perform out of. And then when you're ready, you can simply just put this piece back just like that. And this is a really good case again by Harmony. And in just a minute, I'll show you the exact details of that case. If you guys also have the Denon Prime 4, this is the Harmony case model number that you can purchase for it. Next is option number 2. This is going to be a more convenient option if you want to leave your controller out and you don't want to have to lift a heavy lid all the time to get to your controller. There's a company, maybe they're called Deck Saver. I purchased these Deck Savers on Amazon and they're a little bit expensive too. This is a piece of fitted plastic for this DDJ 400 controller, and this piece of plastic cost about 50 bucks plus shipping and handling and tax. And the good thing about it is you can leave the controller wherever you are. It's going to collect all the dust, as you can see, has built up on the surface. I keep these in that corner right there. There's a DDJ 400 and there's a DDJ SB3, both Pioneer controllers. I keep those up there, so they actually sit in the corner and they collect quite a bit of dust up there. You really want to keep the dust off of these controllers. There's very sensitive electronics inside of here, especially under the jog wheels that spin, the encoder knobs, the faders. You don't want any grime and dust building up in that area. So you really want to do a good job of keeping dust away from your controller. And using a Deck Saver is a good way to do that. And so with this particular Deck Saver, again, it costs about $50. You want to put both of the channel faders down, and then the plastic will fit right over top. So lastly, number 3, this is a last resort option, but this is literally the free option. You really want to do a good job of keeping all of that dirt and dust away from your controllers. And the reason I started doing this was because at the time when I bought my Prime 4, there was no Deck Saver available yet. It was too new, and moving the lid of the flight case was heavy and annoying to do every single day. And so what I started to do was just literally cover my Prime 4 in the flight case with a bath towel, obviously a clean one. But this is free, and let me tell you why this is great. First of all, it's free. Second of all, it keeps the dust out. And third, when I want to play, I just peel this back, put the towel in the corner of the room, and I can perform. I push this back, of course. It exposes the decks, and I can play. And then when I'm done, I just replace the towel. It's a free, effective option. And it's kind of, like I said, a last resort. It doesn't provide the best protection if something wet falls on the controller or something heavy. That's not good. Whereas to the Deck Saver or the lid for the flight case would protect it. A bath towel is really just going to keep the dust out, but it does a really good job. As you can see, I use this controller all the time, but I do a really good job of keeping it covered, and it stays very clean. Now before you guys go, I'm going to give you kind of a bonus. This is something you can use if your controller's already dirty, or say you show up to a gig and you've been performing all night and it kind of got dirty, maybe a couple of liquids spilt on top of it, and you really just need to clean it before storing it again. Throw one of these in your bag. These are amazing. This is a Swiffer Duster Pad. It's meant to go at the end of a handle so you can slide something through, but this thing is amazing. You can use this on any of the touch surfaces of the controller. You can use it on the screen. You can literally use it anywhere. And the good thing about this is the dust that you wipe away will stick to this. Whereas to a lot of people say, oh, use a can of aerosol air, or compressed air, whatever, or carry some towel or something. The dust will cling to this, and this will lift the dust off of the unit and not just blow it around in the air or back into the case or something like this. So these are really good. These are really cheap. You can throw it in the bag with your gear when you go to your gigs, and it's not going to damage anything. This is like really soft, maybe cotton material here, and then some other cotton on the back. I have no idea, but it comes in a box like this, and these are even scented, which doesn't matter, but it traps and locks all of the things that it picks up. And so these are really good. You get a pack of 10 of these, and it only costs you a couple of dollars. So, you know, forget about the canned air, all of that stuff. This is what I recommend right here, the Swiffer dusters. These are really amazing, and it's going to protect all of your gear really well. So whatever you're using, stop, use these. These are great. I've been using these for years. All right, well, thanks for watching. DJ Sterling, peace out.